this is Tina from Shabbydabbydoodah. Welcome back to my channel. If you joined me last week for our Tidy Friday, we cleared out some of my 12 by 12 papers on this side of my paper, storage. And today I thought I'm going to get straight on with the other side because although it seems a little bit boring to do kind of paper 2 weeks on the trot, then that would be completely done and completely, completely clear. So this bottom section, if you joined me last week, you'll know that those are the papers that I kept for like scrapbooking and card making and things. But everything else on this right hand side, I'm going to pull out and then take over to my desk, and we're just going to sort through it all. So I'll pull it out, and obviously the lighting will be a lot better over there. So I'll be over in a moment. Okay, so this is that huge pile and more here. So let's start having a look through and seeing what we've got. So I'm having a slight feeling of deja vu with this chevron type pattern because I'm sure we had quite a bit of this last week. Again, it's got this gorgeous kind of scripty detail in the corners, but aside from that, I'm not really sure how usable I would find this. So I'm going to put it with my card making and my scrapbooking things. So this one here, isn't this just the most lovely pack? As you can see, it's a die cuts with a view pack. It's called Bella Armour Stack. I don't think I've barely used this because, again, I just found it so lovely. Couldn't really bring myself to use it. So definitely this is one that I should really try and use. Now, I've got lots of little scraps tucked in here. So I'm going to be putting all the scraps with the scraps from last week. And in the new year, the plan is that we're going to get through some of those scraps. Like I said last week, just how much time I think I'm going to actually suddenly have on my hands, I have no idea. But those scraps are kind of building by the minute. And yeah, who knows? Who knows what we're going to actually conjure up to do with the scraps. But it gets them out of the packs and, keeps them nice and tidy. So, right, that is clear now. So that's just a complete pad. So that will go straight back into those storage areas. So I'll put that to the side. Right, the next one, again, a die cuts with a view, downtown loft stack. So I got this, I think, predominantly for kind of mail cards, really. These two sheets I really can't see myself using, to be honest. So I'm going to get rid of those. Now this top piece here is quite neutral, and I could easily use that for sort of tag bases and things like that, really. And again, actually, many of you came up with fantastic ideas for using some of these sheets because I was just keeping them for, maybe printing things on and things like that. But a few people did say, these are fantastic. You could coffee dye these and obviously back tags on and things like that. So I might just keep a few of those types of things for, backing tags and things like that. I'm not going to keep these ones because these have got, if you can see that, I don't know if the camera's picking it up really, but these have got a sheeny surface, which, then because it's got this raised kind of thing, and definitely I don't think the camera's picking this up, but it creates a bit of a lump on the back of the page. So they're not really ideal for backing journaling cards and tags and things like that. So these ones I'm going to just donate straight away. So they're on the donate pile. Okay. Again, this one, wouldn't really use this probably in journals, but would make it use it in cards. So this one, this is just a little scrap. Again, I could use that for just a journal card or something. So I'm going to tear off this section, which I probably wouldn't use. It's very Halloween-y. It's got little pumpkins. So I'll just put this with the scraps. Oh my gosh, my scraps pile. Oh. Right, again, these, love this paper because I love anything polka dot or spotty. So I'm just going to put that with my card making. And yet, you are right, all those people who said you need to get a bit more rigid and ruthless and bin some. These papers here, I'm just going to use these for a bit of printing, I think, because I've used these. I made a complete, scrapbook using these. So I'm probably not really going to use these again. So I'll just keep those for kind of printing and things like that on. Okay, right, we've got a spotty. So again, I do really like the spots. Got this blue spotty, which I absolutely love. So again, I'm going to put those with my card making bits. This one here is another one of those scrap pad to goes. I know that I mentioned these last time. And actually, I did notice on my Facebook group, I can't remember the lady's name, but she managed to get the black and ivory scrap pad to go that I had spoken about last week. So obviously you can still get them. I mean, I assume that she had to buy it probably from eBay or somewhere like that, you know, as a sort of used one. I don't think probably they're for sale as new things anymore. But it goes to show that, you know, you can still manage to source these things. So, you know, as I said, they're absolutely lovely pads. So I will definitely keep this, and it's all very vintage. So I would use all of those bits. Again, I've got another scrap piece in there. So I'll put that with my scraps. So that one's going straight to go back in the cupboard. Okay, we've got a spotty here. This one, to me, this does feel like it could be quite vintage. Oh, look, I forgot. So this, obviously, it's got some coffee splodges already spilt on it. But yeah, I forgot that this was this double-sided. I probably wouldn't really use this in vintage because of the paisley kind of shapes on there. But I would definitely use the spotty. So that can go back into the cupboard with the vintage type stuff. This one here is like a die cut kind of pad. So absolutely love these types of things. I mean, would I use this in journals? I'm not sure, but I've got some other plans for the new year, which this might come in, you know, pretty handy for. So I'm going to keep that just in with my papers and things like that. I probably should actually have a shelf on that stack or rack where I have things like this rather than paper. So I'm just going to put this in a separate pile. My gosh, I'm running out of space behind me very rapidly. Right, this one again, I mean, it probably could be quite vintage, I guess. I mean, especially if it was coffee dyed. So yeah, I'll put those with the papers to keep. And then here I've just got a bunch of scraps. So obviously these all kind of, you know, have been laying around. Oh, this is more of that lovely 8x8 paper that I said the other day that I'd been hoarding. So yeah, I'm going to keep all of these in with my scraps. And again, this one as well. And this one. So, I mean, I actually have got a little section where I keep 8x8 papers. So I'll try and tuck those straight into there. So there are my scraps. I've got a pile now for 8x8 papers. My goodness, I'm running out of space to actually stand. So all of these papers are gorgeous, and I would definitely use all of these in a vintage style journal. I think I have actually done like mini album, I think a mini album or a tag album or something using these papers. So they're absolutely lovely. And this is a stack by Colourbook, and I don't know what it's called. I'm trying to see if there's a name. Maybe this is the name. French Prep? Yeah, that must be the name. So they're lovely papers. I mean, they're not the best quality, I have to say. They are quite finished, but they are lovely. Right, here we have quite a bright, colourful one. So, I mean, again, got some scraps here. I'm going to put those on the scraps pile. And then I've got a whole range of different pages in here, which, you know, some are much more vintage looking than others. But I absolutely do love these, I have to say. So, yeah, I'm going to definitely hang on to these. And then in the back, I've just got a few more scraps. So I'm just going to take those out and put them straight on the scraps pile. That scraps pile just seems bigger than ever today. I don't know whether I'm putting more on there than last week. Maybe there were more scraps on this side of the rack, but it's looking pretty huge already. Right, again, I've got this. Now, again, I have used this in a journal, I think, or a mini album, one or the other. I probably would not really use this now. I've used it before, and it's not one that I really, really love or I'm drawn to, but also the glitter and things would probably prevent me using it. I would possibly use it on cards. Okay, let's put it with the cards bits. I've got this stripe, which again, I know I said before, but stripes and spots for cards are perfect. This one here, I mean, I absolutely loved this, and I've kind of hoarded it for the longest time, but funnily enough, probably the first time ever, I actually now kind of think, not so fussed by that. So I'm going to get rid of that. And it's obviously a double-sided piece, so, you know, it's not like I can do really very much with it. So I'm just pulling in some more here. I love this, absolutely love this. So that can definitely go back in the cupboard. That's, you know, could easily look very vintage. This one here, I mean, again, it's, you know, nothing, much of nothing really. So I can use this for printing and things like that. So I'll put that down to the side. Okay, here I have a bunch of, so these are pretty thin quality papers. So again, I've used these quite a bit in the past in cards and things like that. So I'm just going to keep maybe 1 or 2 of these because, again, they're really nice, colourful things to have in, you know, in cards and on cards and things. So I'm just going to keep 1 or 2, and then the rest I'm going to part with, either donating or using for, you know, for printing and things like that. So let's get rid of this. Whoops. Okay. And yeah, I mean, nothing kind of really, you know, pulling me in throughout this. So yep, I'm going to get rid of those. Okay, right, this one again, I absolutely loved this and hoarded it for the longest time. Now again, I look at it and think, well, I'm not sure that I would use that. I have to say my daughter would use this and she would love this, so I'm going to put that aside for my daughter. Okay, this one, well, again, as you can see, I've kind of semi-used it somewhere, so I'm going to just get rid of that. Okay, so that's on the donate pile. We have this, which again, even if I didn't use the stripy side, I could easily use this for matting and things on journals. So I'll put that in there. This cork board, again, I mean, I've seen people use cork. I don't think I've seen it for a long time. It seems to be out of fashion now. But, you know, it did look quite cool, I can remember. So I'll put that back on the vintage pile. This one is more of that pack that we came across last week. So I'm going to put this on the donate pile. This one, again, I mean, I've just literally taken a very small piece out of this. So I'm going to put this on the scraps because it's, you know, got a chunk missing. So this one here, this is like a sort of faux suede kind of paper. So, you know, yet again, it's something that I've hoarded, but actually, you know, could definitely make something pretty awesome, I think, with that. So I'm going to put that, I think, with the die cut type pieces. So, you know, it's with the kind of slightly different type papers. Again, this I can just use to print on and things. I've already kept some of that, I'm pretty sure. These were just from card making and things. I've got this. Well, my daughter would like that, I'm sure, so I'll put that aside for her. More of this glittery kind of paper. So again, I can just get rid of that. Okay, so we've got this, which is like a sort of flooring. I'm not keen on this, to be fair, but this would be perfect for coffee dyeing and, you know, making to back journaling cards and things like that. Love this spotty, absolutely love it. So yeah, I would keep that for card making. This one I'm probably not really likely to use, so again, I could use that for printing and things. Again, this one is another one that I've hoarded for the longest time, that again, now I find myself looking at it and thinking, I'm not really sure that I would use that. And again, because it's got the glittery bits, it's not necessarily going to be overly useful for backing things. So that might be on the donate pile. Right. Please excuse my throat. I've got a horrible cough now. Yes, it just seems to be kind of an annual thing for me. Always at this time of year, I end up with a cough. So this one, I could definitely use these bits in journals. So I put that on the pile to go back in the cupboard. This, again, absolutely loved this, and I've obviously hoarded it. But, you know, again, now kind of wondering what I would use it for. But it would be quite good in cards and things like that. So I'll keep that. This one, again, I probably wouldn't really use it, so I'm just going to use that for printing and things. This one, again, could use this for matting and things like that, so I'll put that on the pile to keep. Right, these two spotty ones, again, I'm just going to keep those with my card making stuff. Another one of those, not going to use that. Let's get rid of that. Oh, these clouds. I mean, again, it went through a phase where clouds were quite popular to use. Well, I'll keep them because I think they're very cute. Yeah, I really do need to get a lot more strict at binning things. Right, that's on the pile to keep. This one, again, I've hoarded for the longest time, but I don't know whether you can really see. This is a glossy paper, so I would struggle probably to use this now. Now, do I want to give this to my daughter or do I want to keep it for card making? I'm going to give it to my daughter. She would like that. Okay, she would also love this. She loves anything with hearts, so I'll just put that for her. This one, again, I probably wouldn't really use this because even the ledger side actually has got a very blue kind of tinge where I guess that blue is kind of almost showing through the paper. So yeah, I'm going to get rid of that. Now, do I want to? Yeah, I'm going to donate that one. Put that to the side. Oh, more paper that I can just use for printing. This one, again, this feels quite vintage, so I could probably do something with that. I've got this one with what looks like snowflakes on it. Again, probably wouldn't really use that, but could use this one for backing things because it's a bit thicker. I'm not really keeping the thin ones for backing because, you know, sometimes the pattern kind of shows through once you glue them down. So all of these I'm just going to keep for just printing and things. Then I've got these stripes. Again, I can't resist the stripes. I'm just going to keep those. Again, I mean, how many cards I think I'm actually going to be making is beyond me. So these ones I'm just going to keep for printing. They're just very flimsy kind of papers. This one is a plain cardstock. And I think last week we kind of made the bottom section of the left-hand side for plain cardstock. So I'm going to pop that in on that side. Now this one, what is this? So this is lots of words and things like that. Now this one might come in quite handy for what I'm hoping to do in the new year. So I'm going to put that with the kind of the die cutty type pieces and the sort of, you know, slightly different pieces. Oh, so I've got more of this. Obviously really liked that at one point when I bought them. So again, I probably wouldn't really use these. So I'm just going to put these for printing because again, they're quite thinnish. Okay, what's this one? So this is kind of like some ledger. So that would definitely be great for anything journally. More plain cardstock, so I will keep that. Oh, this with some terrible kind of artwork going on at the bottom. So again, I should probably cut that down and keep some. But oh, I'm going to bin the whole lot because otherwise I'm never going to get through my piles, am I, if I just keep everything. Look at this cute paper. Isn't this so gorgeous? So I think this came in this little by Sassafras. Hog Heaven this was called, and I absolutely adored these papers, and as you can see I kind of then hoarded them, couldn't bring myself to use them. Still really like them, wouldn't probably use these in journals, but they are super cute. I'm definitely not ready to part with these, so I'm going to keep them with the card making and scrapbooking stuff, and we'll see, you know, if I manage to use them. This here, what's in here? So I've got some letters letter stickers, and again some pretty papers, so I've just put that with the card making. This one, again, I mean, I've kind of hoarded this and I don't really know why, because I don't actually even like it that much. Yeah, I'm going to just get rid of that. I mean, I could cut these flowers out, I guess. Oh, I'll put it there for cutting those out. This one, again, probably would struggle to use the outside, because if the camera's able to pick that up, the outside's very glossy and sheeny. It's been coated with something. So I would probably only now really use the centre. So again, I will keep that, but with a view to only really using the centre. Okay, we have these keys. So although these keys are quite fancy and ornate, which would suggest vintage, the colours to me don't suggest vintage. So I'm going to get rid of this. And actually there's a couple of sheets of that, so they can both just go for, you know, printing and things like that. So what have I got here? Okay, we've got some crossword and some kind of grid. I probably wouldn't really use that. I mean, the grid, I guess. Oh no, I'm going to get rid of these, because I have to get rid of some of these papers, to be honest. Otherwise this is just a pointless exercise, isn't it? Again, this, I quite like this. But I mean, it's nothing, you know, really special, is it? So I'm going to use this for backing journal cards and things like that, I think. So again, I've got some of this green. which I don't really need to keep. I've got some more stripe and some more of this. So let's just get rid of all of that. So to the side. Okay, bring in the next lot from the pile. Oh my gosh, it's like never ending, isn't it? Okay, I've got this, more of this, so that can go. I've got just a scrap, which why on earth that was kept, I have no idea. I mean, I assume that really did make its way in there by mistake. This, I mean, this is quite pretty, and you know, could possibly use this in a journal. I mean, it's nothing amazing, is it? So yeah, I'm going to just get rid of that for printing and things like that, to be honest. This one, again, I mean, that is quite pretty, to be fair. I'll put that in the keep pile, right? Okay. This one, Teenage Dream paper stack. So clearly I bought this, you know, with a view to making cards and things like that. So I will keep that because still, you know, for teenage cards and boy cards and things, that's quite handy. Same with this, actually. I think this is quite ideal for boy backgrounds. Then I've got this one, which again, this is another page from one of those scrap pad to goes. And yeah, I mean, I still like this. As you can see, I've punched out a couple of circles. But I mean, aside from that, it's pretty much still in its entire piece. So I'll just keep that, you know, on the keep pile. Again, this, loved it, loved it, loved it. Haven't really, you know, managed to use it. Oh, my daughter would like that. Let's give that to her. Okay, I'm going to get rid of that. It's stitchy scrap. I don't know why I've kept it. Little 6x6 piece. Let's put that out of the way. Get rid of this. Okay. And then we've got these, which again, I mean, I will just keep these just to print on the back of, I think. Okay, right. Hopefully we're getting somewhere. So some of these, again, I mean, that's super cute for cards and things. This one I probably wouldn't use. And this one's raised and glittery. So the only one that I would really use in a vintage journal is this. So I'll put this on the keep pile. And then this one, glittery one, I will put... Oh, what do I want to do? Shall I donate this? Yeah, I'm going to donate that. Okay. And then this one here, I will keep for coffee dye in the back and backing some tags and things, because again, it's a bit thicker quality. And then this one I will keep with my card making stuff, because it's cute for kids' cards. Right, more spotty. So again, that can go for like printing on and things. Okay, what have I got here? Oh, these look like these are just plain sheets. Okay, so I have just some plain sheets of white here. Is that another one? Yep. Okay. So I'll just keep those with the plain cardstock and things. So, I mean, again, they're going to just be handy to just coffee dye. I've got some old blue paper. So again, that could go with the kind of special type papers and the die cuts. This one, I did make a card for my nephew when he passed his driving test with this. I'll put it with my card making because my youngest son, you know, he will learn to drive eventually, so perhaps I would make him a card. Right, this one, again, I'm going to just get rid of. Oh, this one. Again, I would only probably use this side now for maybe backing some, or, you know, matte layerings and things on. Again, same with this one. So I put that with the keep pile. Then I have, oh, it's just a little scrap. Okay, some cartoony, again, probably wouldn't really use that, so I'll just keep that to the side. Got some more grass. I'm not going to keep that because I kept some of that last week. Again, some more spotty. Love, love, love the look of these spots. So I'll put that with the card making. I've got this one here. I mean, again, I probably wouldn't really use that. Oh, but I would use this. Yeah, I have used this even in the past. So I would definitely keep this. Okay, that's going on that pile. This, again, I'm just going to keep for printing. So that can go on the kind of just printing pile with those. Anything that's quite finished paper, just I'll keep printing. I'll get rid of these. They're just kind of screwed up anyway. Right, this one, again, quite nice for card making, I guess. This, I'm not going to keep this because it's more of the same. So put on the donate pile. This one, again, I mean, this is a gorgeous paper pad. I probably wouldn't really use it much in vintage type stuff, but I've already made a lovely little mini album from this, and it was really pretty. So I'm going to put that with my scrapbooking type things. This one definitely, you know, works vintage, so put that on the pile to keep. Oh, I thought that was vellum. The reason I thought that was vellum is because I've had some of this in vellum. This is an A4 sheet, so I'm going to put this actually behind my desk. I've got kind of A4 papers, so I'm just going to put that in that magazine file instead. Okay, right, that's that. We have more spotty and stripy. Okay, the stripy I'm just going to put for printing and things. This one, I mean, it's quite Christmassy colours, isn't it? But, well, I keep that because I can't resist a spot. Okay, scrapbook kit. Let's just get rid of that cover because, yeah, I could use it, but I need to whittle this stuff down. So, again, this could work perfectly vintage. Put that with the stuff to keep. This one, okay, so again, I would probably only use this section now to just back some cards and things like that. So, yeah, I wouldn't use this half. So I'm just going to put that behind me for the backing of cards and things. This one, again, I must have bought like a pack of these, I think, at some point. I don't even remember buying them, but... Okay, let's get rid of those. Get rid of them? I mean, I could use this, I guess, for backing. Oh, well, let's use those for backing cards and things. Okay, more sort of kiddie type paper with the planes and things, so just keep that. Oh, more of this. Yeah, I could possibly mat things with the turquoise. That's quite pretty. Let's put that there. Okay, another sheet of this, which I think I put in the donate pile. And then these butterflies, which I absolutely loved this. This was from that Die Cuts with a View paper stack. Can't remember what it was actually called, but the butterfly type stack. And I spent ages fussy cutting some of these butterflies, you know, from just this section. And obviously you can see the size of them. So, I mean, it took me ages to just cut out those, but they are very cute. So I definitely want to hang on to that. So I will put that with the papers to keep. It's unfortunate that it's got a chunk out of it. Right, these again, just going to keep those for printing. Okay, what's this? I don't know whether I would use this, to be fair. The gold suggests not, but equally I do think it's quite vintage and quite lovely. So I will keep that. I'm terrible, aren't I? I just can't bring myself to part with these things. So these stripes, again, I mean, they've got a sort of vintage feel, but I'm not that keen on them. So I'm going to, yeah, I'm going to keep those for backing cards and things. Again, this card I just need to get rid of because, you know, I can't keep hoarding card for covers and card for this and card for that because it's just terrible. Right, this one again, let's just get rid of that. Okay, another sheet of A4, so I'm going to put that back in that magazine file behind my desk. Okay, right. Okay, we have this one, Recollections Paper Pad. So they went through a phase in our local home sense where they had these Recollections paper pads. They don't appear to have had them for a long, long time, which is such a shame because they had absolutely lovely pads and things. I'm going to keep this because this is great for backing cards and things. They don't seem to stock them anymore, and it's such a shame because, you know, I'd never seen these Recollections pads, and actually they had some really, really nice designs. So again, I'm just pulling out kind of scrap type ones, and I'll put those with the scraps to use there. Again, I'm going to keep this because this is quite a boy-y type thing. It's actually quite a vintage type thing, actually. Perhaps I'll just put this with my vintage stuff. Oh, look, more scraps. Okay, put that with the vintage things. Okie dokie, that's there. Oh, thank you. I have a cup of tea. My husband's just bought me a cup of tea, so that's quite handy as I'm quite thirsty with my cough today. So again, this perfect for, you know, cards and things like that. So I would just keep that to the side. Let's get rid of this and this. Okay, right, more spotties. Love the spotties. And to be fair, that could easily be in a vintage piece, so I will put that there. This one, again, could easily be vintage. You know, coffee dyed, that would just look gorgeous. So definitely keep that. Again, more of these for kind of matting and layering. So we've got some back there. Same with that. And, oh, look at this one. How gorgeous is that? I don't know whether the camera really is picking up the lovely colours, but it's like a lovely, very pale salmon pinky, peachy type colour. It's gorgeous with brown polka dots. Okay, what else? Right, so then we have some lilac and we have this green. So I can keep all of those for sort of, you know, matting and things like that. So I'm going to put those down there. Okay, a couple more A4 sheets. They can go straight into the A4 magazine file behind my desk. Right, we still have a huge pile, I have to say, sat beside me. So right, I'm going to keep this for backing tags and things. This one, again, I'm going to just donate this. This one, again, gorgeous. I mean, I have a chunk out of it already, so I'm going to keep this with my scraps that we can do some things with in the new year. Right, all of these, let's have a look. I probably wouldn't really use these if I'm truthful, but these are great quality again for coffee dyeing and backing tags and things like that. So I'm just going to put that there. This one, again, I mean, this could be used for layering and things or backing tags, so I will keep that. Okie dokie, right. This one, again, I would probably struggle to use a lot of this because it's got glitter. But definitely I could use this centerpiece. And here I could easily punch out some of my lovely Martha Stewart butterflies. So again, I'm going to hang on to it with a view to doing something like that. Okay, right, let's keep looking. So I've got this gorgeous polka dot red, definitely love that. This, I do love it, but of course I wouldn't really use that. So these ones I will keep for, yeah, backing some tags, I think. Actually, I'm going to keep this in its entirety for hopefully what I've got planned a bit for the new year, or, you know, what I want to do more of in the new year. Some kind of paddling pool type water. Yeah, I'm not going to use that. Let's put that to one side. Right, here we've got some kind of letters and things. Oh, I'll put those for my daughter. She'll quite like using those. Right, another card. Let's get rid of that. Right, chipboards. I will put those with the pack of die cuts and things like that. And then, oh, another little A4 kind of pack. So that can go with the A4 type pieces. Okay, right. Still got a massive pile. Yep. It's not whittling down that quickly. More A4. So that's going to go behind my desk again. Oh gosh, I'm going to have to clear this bit up now after this. Right. So this one here, again, I mean, I've used some of these little bits in scrapbooks and things. They look really pretty actually. So again, I'm going to keep that with the kind of die cut type pieces. This is gorgeous and definitely vintage looking. So that can go there. I've got some mouldy paper that can go with the kind of special stuff. This one, again, I do really like it. Oh, more of that brown. Okay, right. Let's just put these back on the vintage type stuff. Another stripy. In fact, this was a little pack, which, again, I do still really like. Whether or not I would use this anymore, I'm not sure. So what I might do is just take out, I mean, for instance, the spotty things I would definitely use. They are fantastic. So I'll put those in with the vintage type bits. And then these ones, Okay, those ones are going to be really good, and I'm going to use those for printing and things like that. So put those with the printing pile. This, nice again, stripy, so keep that. Again, this vintage, so put that on the vintage pile. Oh, more stripes. I just can't resist a stripe, obviously. So these, again, I could probably use this maybe in what I have planned for the new year. I keep saying this, and, you know, I have to just point out it's nothing very exciting. And it's not like a series or anything like that. It's just, you know, some of the things that I'm hoping to do next year at some point. So this one, again, I mean, this is quite cool for like if someone passes a driving test or something like that. Oh, I'm not going to use that. Right, let's get rid of that. Okay. Oh, more just plain. That can go there. This, again, I wouldn't really use this. So my daughter would like that, though. She loves her kind of tropical fruit type things. Got some of that 8x8 paper. So, again, I've got a section in my cupboard with 8x8s. Okay, right. I'll come to this pack in a minute. This, again, scrap. I do like it, so I would use that. More stripes, going to get rid of. Get rid of this. Okay, they're on the pile to get rid of. Oh, gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. So this again is a kind of scrap, so I'll just put that up there. These though definitely would be lovely in vintage stuff. So put those there. Okay, what's this one? Yeah, I wouldn't really use this, so again, just keep that for printing. Again, this very vintage, as is this one. So I mean, most of these, or yeah, most of these are from paper pads. And obviously I've used most of the paper pads, so now I don't have a great deal left. These ones, yeah, I'm going to part with all of these, I think. Oh, yeah, we definitely use that ones. Just put that on the scraps. Okay. I mean, these, I do still really quite like these. So again, I'm struggling to part with them. Let's put those on the card making and scrapbooking. These ones, again, I've used these quite a bit in the past, but I'm going to get rid of those too, because they're like the final ones. Right, these to go. They're on the pile to go. Gorgeous, absolutely love this, and definitely, you know, feels nice and vintage, so could use that. The problem is, I really like it. Will I ever use it? Because I'll be busy hoarding it. Okay, so I'm going to just take this out of the pack. So this is more of that... oh gosh, what was it called? It was the Parisian something. Oh, here we go. Sweet Paris Dovecraft papers. So I love these, I have to say. I'm going to just keep this with them in case I ever want to sort of see the name. Yeah, I mean, my main problem with these is I love them so much that I'm inclined to hoard them. Hence, I still have almost a full pack. So definitely keeping those. Put those to one side. Okay, more 8x8, or perhaps that just slid back down. More stripy, I don't really need more, so I'll just get rid of that. More cork, and what else? Okay, more of these bits, so get rid of those. Then I have this sort of brown toned clouds. I mean, they're quite pretty, aren't they? I don't know whether I would use those, to be honest. Well, let's just keep them. Right, that can go, that can go. This one, again, I wouldn't really necessarily use all of this, but I would use these bits for maybe, you know, backing some things. So actually that seems to be attached, and the same with the ledger. So I'll just keep those for backing some stuff. Actually, I'll put them back on the vintage pile, otherwise I'm running out of space really. Again, wouldn't use that anymore, so I'll put that to one side. I've got some tag type bits here, so as you can see I've used quite a few of them, but I'm just going to punch out the, or, you know, poke out the ones that are left, and then these can all just go into my kind of ephemera box that's beside my desk, and then hopefully, you know, they'll get used. So I'll just put those beside me. Okay, that's better. Right, I've cleared a bit of space now behind me because that paper was, you know, I was barely able to stand up in the little space. So again, more to donate, so I'm going to put that on the donate pile, or, you know, reuse for printing. This was some wrapping paper, which I absolutely loved this paper. it's got a flocked velvet effect, and I still love it now. I'm going to put this with my things for, you know, speciality type papers, because I might be able to do something with that, you know, possibly next year. These papers, yeah, I probably wouldn't really use these anymore. So again, going to just put those with the papers to get rid of. Okay, we've got this one, retro stack. Again, I would probably not especially use these anymore. I do really love all of these gorgeous, you know, labels and things like that, but they're just not really saying things that I would use, you know, so very hip. I don't know, the very best of friends, you know, they're quite childish kind of things, teenagey type things. So I'm going to put that to donate as well, because yeah, I wouldn't use that. So get rid of that. Right, this one I can keep, so I will put that there. Okay. Oops, we've got another sort of ivory and black here. Oops, little scrap titchy, so let's get rid of that. Some more acetate. Clearly obviously was worried at some point that I would not have enough acetate, because I seem to have bought loads of it over the time. Okay, what have we got? So most of these are full sheets. So again, I'm going to keep these. Again, they're not the best quality. They're quite finished paper, but they would still, you know, be fine. Then there was a scrap here of that craft coloured paper. So again, perfect for, you know, tags and anything really. So this one, again, very pretty, and, you know, definitely I think would work in vintage things. Although, now I'm saying that, not necessarily the ones with the stripes. I have used these. I think I've made a mini album with these. Oh, do you know, I'm now thinking, let's get rid of any with the silver, because I probably wouldn't use them now with the silver. So yeah, let's whittle this down further, and then that's more things gone from my cupboard, isn't it? So I'm going to keep the ones that I would use. So I would use this. Okay, what's this one? I would probably use this. This has just got, it's a bit of a sort of textured surface. I can't really describe it. It's not glossy. It's more like, oh, I don't know, some sort of rough kind of texture on there. But yeah, I would probably use that. This one I would possibly use, and that one. So again, can keep those. Oops, got some little scraps there. Oh, I'll just get rid of those. They're very tiny. And again, I must just get rid of some things, otherwise I'm making no progress. Okay, so this one, that's got silver, so that can go. This one, no silver, so I will keep that. And again, these ones here, they do have the silver on, so they can go. Okie dokie. And then this one, no silver, and neither's that one. So I will keep these ones. Okay. I mean, I was tempted to keep the whole pack, but to be honest, you know, I'm literally not making any progress, I guess, if I just end up keeping the whole pack. So, but these ones, I mean, I can print on these. Again, I wouldn't necessarily back things, because you can probably already see, well, you maybe can't on the camera, but already it's got kind of embossed ridges where it's got the silver. So yeah, they're only kind of good really for, you know, using to print, you know, whilst I'm trying to get things right and things. Okay, I wouldn't probably use any of this, so that's going to go on the donate pile. Oh, here, another one of those scrap pad to goes. Again, this one, yeah, this is quite vintage, so I will keep this. I did actually make a gift for, it was actually for our local priest. I made a gift for him. He was leaving, and I made a scrapbook for him, and yeah, I made it out of that scrap pad to go. It turned out really nice, so yeah, it was a nice thing to give him. That was several years ago. Okay. Right, get rid of these. Well, not get rid of these, sorry, keep these. They are vintage looking, so keep those. Right, get rid of these. Okay, yeah, I'm going to get rid of all of those. Oh, definitely not going to get rid of this. It's just lovely. Yeah, Love that. Oh, look at this one. Isn't that gorgeous? Again, hoarded that for a long time because it was so cute. So I'll keep that with my scrapbooky things. Another sheet of planes, that can go there. Okay, right. We're on the home stretch now, kind of getting towards the, you know, the lower part of the pile. So I've got this one, which I kind of rejected earlier because it was still in the cellophane, and I thought, oh, what's, you know, what is this? So let's just have a look and see what's in here. So again, these are bits that I've hoarded for a long time. And now, of course, you know, I wouldn't probably use them. So, I mean, it goes to show, really, we should use our favourites, because otherwise it comes to a point where suddenly then, you know, you kind of think, oh, I don't think I would use those. So, yeah, I'm wondering, I mean, these ones I could possibly coffee dye and use the lined page. I mean, it's just really having time to do all of these things, isn't it? So, this is a bit of a not sure, this pile. So I'm going to put this for donation, definitely. I mean, obviously there's quite a few blank spaces, but this is thin paper. So this is not going to be great, really. So yeah, I'm going to just get rid of this, I think. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's all quite thin. It really is not going to be great in anything. It's the type of paper that, you know, possibly a couple of years down the line, you'd have kind of trouble with things showing through it. These are nice, though. I'm going to put these with my speciality things, because I may be able to use those perhaps around the corner. Okay, right, let's get rid of that. Okay. Okie dokie, I'm going to just donate this because I've got quite a few colours now. This one, again, I'm just going to keep this for backing tags and things. Some vellum here, which again is all baby related. So, you know, I don't know whether I would use this necessarily now. So I'm going to just donate that. Okay. Oh, some pretty vellum here, which, I mean, clearly I've had that for a long time, didn't remember. So I'll put that with my speciality papers. This one here, which again, you know, I've obviously hoarded this for the longest time. It's more like a plastic, to be honest. It's pretty cool and would make quite a cool cover and things. Right, put that with my speciality papers again. Oh, this is the romance novel by, is it Prima? Yeah, Prima. Oh, I had this in a 6x6 pad and hoarded it for a long time. Made a little mini book from it. Hoarded the rest of it. And obviously I must have at some point managed to get a couple of the 12x12 pages. I mean, I love these. And so, oh, and look, the back's got all the tags and things. So, yeah, I mean, it's hard to know which side I prefer, to be honest. But definitely, this is another one to just hoard and hoard. Okay, and these are the same range. So I'm going to just clearly keep these. Okay, right. Again, quite nice vintage images, so that can be kept. Oh, more of that lovely Prima one. Okay, they're definite keeps. This A4 behind me, that will go there. Okay, I'll have to just quickly neaten that up after the video. Right, this again, definitely can use that. These, I've obviously tried to cut out those shapes myself, so I'm just going to get rid of those because I must get rid of some things, otherwise this is a pointless endeavour, isn't it? Right, this, again, very vintagey looking on this side, as is this, so they can be kept for sure. Okay, this one, I'm going to donate that. Yeah, okay. Again, going to get rid of this, and these bits, again, just going to donate those. Okay, right. Then we have this one. Again, I would definitely use this, and I could even stamp some butterflies out of the glittery around the edge, so you can keep that. Lots of words here again, and letters. Oh, this is another section of a scrap pad to go. So again, I'll put this with my speciality paper. Okay. Same with this one. Yeah, I mean, it's got some bits to cut out, really. Right, let me put that to the side, and I will try and just make a point of cutting those out soon. This one, again, I could just donate that. And this, again, it's glittery. Just donate that. Oh, this is another one of those. I think another sassafras. Yeah. Aren't they beautiful? I mean, I've had these for years and they're probably really dated now, but I still really love them. So they're definitely with my card making and scrapbooking papers. Put those there. I have 2 packs similar. Okay, some cardstock there. This is vintage looking. So is this. Right. They can go on that pile. Right, now I have some of my, these are those Stamperia papers. And again, I've never used any of these because, again, I love them so much that I have just ordered these. In fact, I might even have another one here. Hold on. Yeah, got another one here. I've never even used them because they are such beautiful papers. I've never been able to bring myself to actually use them. So, I mean, again, maybe in the new year, we might do something trying to use some of our most beloved papers. If I can bring myself to, of course, which, no, of course, that's going to be a problem for me. But, yeah, so I'll keep those in their cellophane so they're all together. But maybe that's something for the new year that we could do. If, like I say, if I could bring myself to actually use them. So this one, again, this is called Night Garden. This is by Fabrica. And again, I haven't ever used these because look at these lovely papers. They're so pretty, aren't they? So again, it's just another pack that's just unopened. And yeah, maybe we could try and do something in the new year with that. Okay, this one is a definite, you know, scrapbooking type piece. Had this for years and years and years. I mean, these are kind of cute, aren't they? But I have to be truthful and say, you know, I wouldn't probably use these now. So I'm going to donate those. Put those on the donate pile. And then the papers. I have used some of these, you know, in the past. They're, again, quite thin papers. So they're not the best. So I think I'm going to just keep those for, you know, printing on and things like that. So they're on that pile and I can just get rid of this. Okay, right, next one, we've got this one, Royal Garden Die Cuts with a View stack pack. Now, I had coveted this pad for a long, long time before buying it, and it was years ago that I bought this. But I don't know whether you can see, this is like a sheeny kind of surface. They're very thick pieces of card, and yeah, they're very sheeny. So when I actually came to then use them, I really struggled to actually use them. In fact, I started a kind of mini book. I can't remember now even what the subject was. It might have been a little holiday or something. Oh, it might have been a little couple of days away that we had with some friends, you know, years ago. I've never even gone back and finished it. It's all kind of in a carrier bag, you know, sat together. But it was just one of those pads that I had loved and loved and loved. And then I don't know whether it's the sheeny surface that's kind of made me struggle to use it, but yeah, I've definitely struggled to actually use that, which is a bit of a shame. I don't probably want to get rid of it because if I ever do go back to that project, obviously if I need some extra bits, then I've got the rest of the pad. So I will keep it, but not necessarily, you know, for the reasons why I've kept other things. Then I've got this one, again, Die Cuts with a View, Tattered Time. All of these are pretty vintage looking. And as you can see, this one's actually got a great selection of things like tape measures and tickets, wherever I saw those here, and some numbers and letters and things like that. So, I mean, again, this would be really ideal to use. So hopefully I can, you know, use that. And that one I'm not hoarding because I love or anything like that. So then I've got this one, which again, I have actually used a few of these little pieces. I couldn't tell you what scrapbook, you know, pad that this came from because I've had it for a long time. But I've coffee dyed this and I have actually used the other sheet and made lots of clusters from these types, you know, these bits, because they make brilliant bases for clusters. So I will keep that. And then the final piece, yay, we're down to the final pad, is the Die Cuts with a View, the Sweet Stack. Oh, I think I must have had 2 of these, to be honest, over the time. I think I did have one, loved it, and then I found another one at a car boot sale, which hardly ever do I find crafting supplies over here at a car boot sale. So, yeah, I couldn't resist but grab it. Again, there's lots of glittery things that, you know, I don't know that I would use now. But, well, oh, let's keep it. I've done quite well today, I think, getting rid of quite a lot. So let's keep this. Right, I'm going to go back to the cupboard and put it all back in, and we'll see what progress that we've made. So I'll be back. Okay, so I just wanted to show you the finished result. So this here on my chair, this is a pile of the scraps. This is from last week and this week. And it's not just scraps, but also including all those papers that I said that I could coffee dye and use to back tags and things like that. So, I mean, it doesn't look like that much, but seriously, that would probably last me months and months doing things with all of these. So who knows when we'll get round to that, but that's those. I'm going to keep them separate so that we, you know, I don't actually just kind of let them drift in with the rest of my papers again. So that's those. So these are the papers that I'm donating to the school. I have to confess that last week I wasn't quite quick enough to get rid of the papers to the school. And of course my daughter came home. You know, I'd obviously forgotten to take the papers to the school, and my daughter came home and obviously started going through the papers and was like, oh, I want this one, I want this one, I want this one. So today I need to do better at hiding these before she gets her hands on those. Otherwise these will just have moved from my section of the room to her craft type area, which is actually her play kitchen. And then these are all those papers that I said that I would be able to use for printing on and things. So, I mean, these, I might go back through and donate a few more of these. Although, I mean, obviously when I'm making digis and things, I'm constantly printing them out to see how they're looking. So, you know, I'm always kind of in the need for scrap paper and things. So this, although looks like a ton of papers, actually, you know, this is quite handy to have. So that's and then this is my cupboard. So it's absolutely awesome. I have to confess that my card making and scrapbooking pile of papers has expanded somewhat, so it's now the bottom two trays, but that's fine. They're, you know, they're tidy and neat and out of the way. This is all the coloured cardstock and just plain cardstock, including that white, and then all of the others are all what I would consider kind of vintage and, you know, nice papers to use. These three I've actually got still empty, so I could potentially fit more things on there. So, you know, we'll see how that goes. As I say, I've still got my Tim Holtz lovely pad that I was gifted, and the haberdashery one. They're still under my desk, so they may move over here as well. This here is all of those Stamperia papers and things that are still in their cellophane. So I've kept them separate so that hopefully in the new year or something, you know, I can kind of grab them and, you know, we can do something with those. And then this here, that's the, what I was calling the speciality papers. I'm just keeping on a separate sort of shelf over there. So I'm pretty pleased with, you know, the progress. I think, although I didn't manage to get rid of maybe quite as many as I should have done, we've got rid of quite a few. And yeah, we'll see how it goes. So I could probably do with going back through and semi-organising them a bit further. I know that lots of people have talked about organising in colours and things like that. I don't know whether that necessarily works for me, because sometimes it's when I'm rummaging and looking through that I might stumble across the most unexpected thing that actually, you know, I would never have thought of using previously, but because I've come across it, you know, that I can then use. Where if I put them too organised or too much in colours or something like that, I would just go directly to the one that I want, and therefore, you know, would never stumble across something else that maybe was more unexpected. So I'm not sure, but maybe I could do them more in, I don't know, spotty or floral or, you know, favourites or something like that. So we'll see. But at the moment, I'm quite happy with them just being a little bit tidier. So that whole shelf now is, you know, looking pretty awesome. So I'm really, really pleased. I mean, obviously I still have more work to do. This shelf, we kind of semi-cleared. It's beginning to get a bit cluttered again, because obviously at times I've kind of shoved things back in. So need to kind of, you know, streamline that a lot more. The top shelf, yep, I can't even face. So who knows when we'll get to that. And then the doors, of course, I've got all sorts hung on the doors as well. So, you know, we'll kind of just get round to those things. But, you know, I mean, it's all a slow process, because obviously, you know, this has taken a lot of time to get this way. It's not going to clear overnight. So, yeah, I hope that you enjoyed that, and maybe it's inspired you to sort through some of your papers. And thank you so much for watching. Hope you guys have a great weekend, and see you guys soon. Thanks then. Bye.